Hey guys, welcome to Motoroids. My name is Amit and I'm reviewing an electric scooter after quite some time. My colleague Vipul has been reviewing all the electric scooters, but this one looked very interesting and I thought I'll come here and talk about this scooter to you. This here is the Walkaround. We'll also be reviewing this scooter, but the review will come a little later. But for now, let's talk about what makes the Orbiter a very special scooter. Before we start talking about the scooter, we need to understand who this scooter is for. If you want to talk about performance, if you want to talk about acceleration and top speed, all those sorts of things, this is not the scooter targeting that audience. This is a scooter which is meant for the youngsters who are between 16 and 18 years of age, because the top speed of this scooter is limited to 68 kilometers per hour, so they can ride it on a learner's license. This scooter is also a sensible choice for those who want a reasonably priced scooter and don't focus overly on outright acceleration or top speed, but want a reasonably quick scooter with a reasonable top speed. And this can also be a scooter for those who engage in the gig economy, so delivery boys, etc. So the use case for the scooter is it's not meant for very fast acceleration. The great thing about the scooter is that the range on this scooter for the battery pack that it has is fantastic. So this comes with a 3.1 kilowatt hour battery pack. The power is 2.5 kilowatt, but the range is 158 kilometers IDC, which makes it the highest range within its class, and that is the headline news here. The only limiting factor is that the acceleration is not very quick. 0 to 40 kilometers per hour is taken care of in 6.8 seconds, which isn't exactly fast but isn't slow either. But apart from that, as a practical everyday scooter, TVS have put in everything that they could have to laser focus onto someone who is looking for a value for money, everyday commuter scooter which has all the features. So now, once you have the understanding of who this scooter is for clear in your mind, let's talk about the scooter itself. So I've already told you about the battery pack, about the power, which is not all that high. The good things start emerging, and to make sure that this is easy to ride and has a reasonably good stance, it gets a very unique 14-inch front wheel. As you would see, there is no disc brake here, so it gets the SBS braking system, which is patented by TVS, and it gets a 90 section up front and a 90 section at the rear. Now, while the front wheel is 14, the rear wheel is a 12-incher, and it gets a hub mounted motor. As you can see, this also gets this hugger, and if you look at the scooter from the side, you'd see that there are a lot of parallel lines. The front fender, the face of the scooter, this part here, this part here, this part here, this part here, and finally at the rear, there are a lot of vertical lines which are stacked parallelly together, and then you have a very nice horizontal line. So this has a very simple, very geometric kind of a shape to it, very minimal, yet very unique and pleasing to the eye. While it is different as compared to a lot of other scooters, this still is very unique in the way it comes across. A few dimension related things that you'd be interested in. The ground clearance here is 165 mm, which is sufficient. The seat height is 763 mm, which makes it suitable for everyone, and the seat is very wide. Now, another great thing is that the seat, as you can see, is really flat. It's not a step seat or split seat, so it's a flat seat, and it's 843 mm in length, which makes it really long and allows for comfortable seating for two. There is a lot of space on the floorboard as well. So as you can see right now, myself being 5 feet 10, I am seated very comfortably here. A very generous bend at my knees, and for the shorter riders also, this would be very comfortable. So in terms of the space that you have, the ease of riding, TVS have really done a fantastic job. Now about again the design, as you can see here, there is a DRL, and it also gets these combination blinkers. The colors are trendy, and there are these graphics. As you can see, there are these graphics here, these graphics here, graphics here, graphics there. There is a bunch of colors, 6 themes, and all of the colors on this scooter can be seen on the screen right now. They are all very trendy. Gets a twin telescopic front fork. Up front, you'll see the Orbiter branding. The lighting is all LED. And another great thing about this scooter is that, as TVS claims, it has the lowest coefficient of drag, which allows it to go 10% longer per charge, all things being equal. So the aerodynamic ability of this scooter also allows it to go further. The tires are low rolling resistance, and it gets this unique windscreen which apparently helps it go further. The mirrors are square and quite wide. The handlebar is supposed to be wider than a lot of other scooters in the segment, and the seating position also is supposed to be very upright. So it's supposed to be a very upright and a very comfortable riding stance. It also comes with cruise control function, and it also comes with this reverse parking assist, which allows you to go into reverse. Gets a side stand as well as a main stand, and the footboard for the pillion is tucked away neatly into the panel. You just have to pull it out. You also get a USB socket here. It's a type A socket, and you also get this very nice pocket here where you can put your cell phone or your wallet. The charging socket can be seen here, and this here is what the key looks like. Now this also comes with connected technology, and if you look at the instrument console here, this is a 5.5-inch color LCD screen, and here you'll get all the connected features where you'll get geofencing, you'll get time fencing, you'll get OTA updates, you'll get turn-by-turn navigation, you'll get call alerts, and all of those things are included with this. So it's a pretty comprehensive package. It also gets crash alerts, so if the scooter falls, you'll get an alert on your phone. Another great thing about the scooter is that it gets a very generous 34 liters of under-seat storage, and in fact, it can swallow two half-faced helmets without any problem. And this, in fact, is a very usable space. Just think of putting a lot of grocery bags in this storage. There really is a lot of usable storage here. And if that was not sufficient, you also have this hook here. So you can just tie a bag, and with the generous amount of space that you have here, you can actually use this to put a bag as well. So in terms of spaces, this scooter is really fantastic. For the grab rail, you have enough space to slide your fingers underneath, and just like the front, at the rear also you have a combination lamp, which is tail lamps as well as the turn indicators. The lighting, of course, is all LED. Now the performance review of this scooter will be presented to you after a day, after this walk around is aired. We can also quickly probably have a look at the instrument console, and let's have a look at what all we have. So you have turn indicators, you have a high beam, you have a side stand indicator, you have an engine malfunction light. It doesn't have an engine, but this is basically for your battery malfunction. And you also have this cruise control light, which comes on when you're using cruise control. And it also gets two modes to choose from. So you get the city mode and the eco mode. It comes with energy recuperation, and it also gets hill hold assist. While you are on an incline, you don't really have to bother about the scooter rolling back. So you can put it in reverse, and then the scooter will move backwards like so, which is fantastic. To turn the scooter on, you have to press the brake and press the start button. Right now it's in eco mode. You have the high and low beam and the pass switch here. This is the cruise control button, and you have the turn indicator, and this is what the horn sounds like. You can choose from the eco and the city modes using this button here. These cute little mirrors are not very big, but they offer adjustability and a reasonable amount of visibility into what's coming from behind. So you have a trip A, trip B. You also have a distance to empty, which is basically your range. So right now it's showing 115 kilometers. The battery is at 100%. You also have this battery icon. You also have the speed. You can also choose from the two modes. And of course, once you connect your phone to the instrument console, you also have all the Bluetooth connectivity related features also. Now this is also one of the lightest scooters out there with 112 kilogram curb weight, and if you look at the pricing, it's one of the most reasonably priced scooters, especially if you look at the features and the range that it's offering. So at 99,900 rupees ex showroom, this scooter is one of the best priced scooters, unless you are comparing it with other scooters which have a battery capacity of 2 to 2.5 kilowatt hour or thereabouts. You also have the Ola base variant, which you can probably go for at a lesser price, but would you really want to be doing that is a question that you should be asking yourself. You also have the Vida V2, which offers better performance and also a removable battery, but the range there is not as good as this one, but the price is comparable. The Vida V2 Pro is more expensive, but the V2 Plus is comparable in terms of the pricing. The base Chetak is also comparable in terms of pricing, and it has slightly better performance, but in terms of range, again, this scooter aces it. Ather Rista is more expensive, although the battery capacity there is slightly lesser, and the range here is also better. TVS's very own iQube also, which comes with a smaller battery capacity in the base variant, only 2.2 kilowatt hour, is also 95,000 rupees, which again is very close to the positioning of this scooter, but this one has better specs in terms of the battery capacity and the range. It comes with a 3 years, 50,000 kilometers warranty, which is extendable further to 2 years. And if you look at the scooter, the way it's designed and built, and if you look at the use case, wherein if you want to be using the scooter within the city, if a decent acceleration and good range is on your priority list, then this scooter makes fantastic sense. And I really think that for people who are not looking at performance in the scooters, this is a fantastic option. So if you're looking for a very well-made scooter with a very good range, this is something that you should be taking a test ride of. I really hope that I was able to sum this scooter up in great detail in this first walk around video. A detailed review is also coming very soon. So stay tuned, and if you like the video, hit that like button, subscribe to Motoroids, and until next time, this is your friend Amit Changani signing off. Rev hard, rev free, and ride safe.